Hello,
Hello,
everybody.
everyone. Yeah,
Welcome to our YouTube.
nice.
And today we're talking about why we should break the
Income
money.
ceiling.
Yeah, money ceiling.
Yeah.
And we just had our purposeful manifesting workshop just now that was on basically on how we can manifest anything we want in our lives. And most
Yeah.
of the requirements or requests for manifestation is to do with money. And at the same time, the people also asking like how come they've been always wanting to receive money,
Yeah.
or they set a goal but they're not able to manifest it. So we're going to address this in
Yeah.
today's session.
Yeah. So one of the reasons why is it so important, especially in these times of crisis, right? Because sometimes we want to get certain kind of income or certain thing that we need in a very short time. Like sometimes if it's a long time, then we can plan for it, we can do it. But sometimes due to like medical emergencies or something that we want to use the money to either for a business investment or you wanna engage or invest in a mentor or coaching program, and then they give you only a short time to get the money, right? So um, and then you do not know how, that you work so hard for it, you try but you don't get it. uh, and then most people ask why I don't get it, because I have tried my best. And then most people, what they do is they give up and they say, oh, maybe I'll try it when I already have the money or next time. No, but actually the process, if you go back and look back at it, there is a certain elements that's missing in the process that they haven't done. And that's what we're going to be sharing today, which is the manifesting part and the mindset part. People do they do the effort part, which is good. You need that as well. You need the effort, but you also need the mindset and the manifesting, which is missing. And the manifesting is actually has a certain law that's surrounding it that you need to follow. If you don't follow the law, you're not going to get it. So that's why people don't reach their goals, right? So that's why this topic is very apt and very important that we want to share with you guys.
Yes.
So okay, so what is actually maybe Mushira can share, what is an income ceiling? Why is there a ceiling to achieve our income?
Yeah, like a money ceiling, right? It's
Yeah.
like for example, your belief or you are actually worth
Mm.
$5,000.
Yeah.
Okay, but you want to manifest or you want to get $50,000 for your business, and you find that it is a struggle to get that $50,000. Why? Because your energy, your belief, your vibe, your mindset is actually at $5,000. So the law of manifestation and law of attraction says that you attract what your energy is. It's not like what you say you want, rather what your energy is. Like if your energy is of that match for that amount of money, then you will receive it. There have been cases, like there have been research that's done where people, they win the lottery, right? So they get like $1 million for because of the lottery, and then 1 or 2 years later they're back to their what they were like before, or even worse, yeah, or they're in debt and everything. And it's because they are not ready to actually be in that $1 million vibe, but it was given to them, right? Because
Yeah.
it's the lottery, they won, they happen to win at that time, and then after that it's not sustainable because they are not in that vibe. Whereas we've seen people who have lost money in their business, like like famously Donald Trump, he's lost money like billions of dollars, right? Before, and yet he could recover that billions in a period of time, which a lot of people still wouldn't be able to manifest, is because of that vibe they are in, right? So if their belief is at that level where they are able to manifest a certain amount of money, that is where that money goes. So money ceiling happens when you believe internally that that is all you are capable of, or that is all that you are able to receive. And it is not something that people even realize. Sometimes you say, no, I believe in God's abundance, I believe in motivation, in inspired action. They believe it, they say they believe it,
Yeah, they say.
but at a vibrational level, it
Or
does
belief
not
level,
lie.
yeah.
Yeah, because it's all internal, it's your
Yeah.
internal work, and that is what you will attract, and that is what you manifest.
Yeah.
And that's why it is so important to keep our vibes clear, our auras clear, and for us to consciously program those new money beliefs, those new money money releasing those money blocks, so that you'll be able to receive at every level of whatever it is that you desire.
Yeah, some people will ask, all right, okay, I know that it's important for me to do this, but how do I do? What's the first step, or what are the certain steps that I need for me to be able to do this? Yeah,
Yeah, so one of the things is your exchange of energy. What is your inspired action?
mm,
That in the world, in the law of universe, there is no such thing as something for nothing, right?
yeah,
There's always something that you've got to exchange that energy in order to receive it. You may say things like, "Oh, how come the person doesn't work, but yet the person gets so many good
something.
things?"
They have done something
Yes,
specially.
actually
We
what they
don't
have
see.
done is
Yeah,
not a job. Maybe they're not do having they don't have a job, but because of their being, their contribution
yeah.
to the world, or to
They have added
people, or
enough value, right?
how
Yeah.
kind they are, or how giving they are, or whatever
Mm,
it is that they have given out. This they receive that exchange of energy based on what it is that they have given out, right?
yeah.
So it is so important for us. Sometimes we go through such challenging times. Right now it's uncertain times. The world is not at a place where it is
Yeah.
standard and in calm. It is going through volatility, a
Yeah.
lot of transformations happening, a lot of changes are happening right now
Yeah.
because of the climate, the pandemic that's happening, and is
Yeah.
hopefully it's ending, but it is still at that stage where it is pandemic times.
Yeah.
These are times that are a lot of uncertainties involved.
Yeah.
So during these times as well, it is possible for you to manifest whatever it is that you desire,
Yeah.
but your energy has to be clear. That means you have got to be aware of why you are manifesting something, and what exchange of energy are you
Mhm.
giving in order for you to receive that energy exchange.
Yeah.
So you have to get into that vibe, one thing, and the other thing is your inspired action. What are you giving out, giving in return to receive? Yeah, and always whenever there's turmoil and uncertainty, that's why we always say, every time you are going downward spiral in terms of your emotions,
Yeah. Energy.
layer it with gratitude. When you start to
Yeah.
layer it with gratitude,
Yeah.
that's where your vibe starts to
Yeah, don't
increase.
don't look what you don't have. Like most people say, oh, I don't. I'm so angry because I don't have this. To look, actually, for us, the best is you look at other people who is below you, that they are having challenges and problems, and then you focus on how can I help them to get out of their problem, because money comes together with a purpose. So if you have a purpose to help others, to give for your manifesting, right, the manifesting process becomes such a flow. There's no struggle, and the good thing is you feel good about it. It's like it has a very pure energy around it. That's why, like for us, right, what we do is everything that we do in our business or lives, right, there's always an intention behind it, to use whatever income that we got, resources that we manifest, to do good behind it. Yeah.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
that's why we are here to support people. I
Yeah.
have gone through, and I'm still going through money mindset shifts.
Yeah.
At every level of our growth,
Yeah.
there are some money ceilings or
Yeah.
money blocks that we have to uncover, so that we move on to the next level, to
Yeah.
grow in our impact expansion, in our business expansion, in our own personal expansion, personal growth. And that's where we break at every level, every time we are elevating and improving ourselves.
Yeah.
So I'm here to support people who would love to break their money blocks and money ceilings, because I see that as long as you start breaking
Yeah.
such levels of money blocks, that's where you start to attract abundance. That's where you also start to attract positive relationships.
Yeah.
That's where and it affects, just not about money, but it's also about your sense of peace, and it's also about your relationships,
Yeah.
and also your worldview, and also the work that you do. It manifests itself
Yeah.
through your money mindset's
Yeah.
expansion. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'd love to support you on this. So we are having
No,
a
before we go there, okay. Before we go there, I have one story that I want to share with you guys, right? This story is in few years back, right? We were really at a point where our business was stagnant, it was not growing, and we really wanted to get some kind of coaching or training for our business. So we actually attended a program in Singapore where at the end of the 3 days program, they said, okay, if you want to be mentored for 1 year, you need to have about 20 over thousand, 25,000 Singapore dollars, if I'm not mistaken. It's about 20 over plus US dollars. So at that time, we didn't have money at all. I only had like a 30% deposit, which is about how was that? About
No, I think you
five
had your six
thousand,
thousand.
6,000, 5,000 kind of money. So I said, okay, never mind. What I do is, because I learned during the workshop, they were the mentors, the Ken and Lisha was sharing, right? Ken was sharing, right? For people who are millionaires, multi-millionaires, right, when they see something big, like a project or something that they want that's beyond them, they don't say, oh, maybe I'll wait for later when I have the right resources and I do it. They say, okay, what can I do to be able to get these resources? The brain works very differently, even though the project seems impossible, maybe like going to space, or building a population on Mars or something like that. Like those kind of billionaires now, right? They think of that kind of ideas. They don't think, oh, it's too hard because we don't have resources. We need to wait until we have the right resource. But they say, okay, what can I do to be able to get those resources? So what I did was, we didn't have the money that time. We only had 30% deposit. But I said, okay, never mind. I just put in the deposit, and Mushida was crazy. Mushida was freaking out. Said, how can like we pay, and then we had only 2 weeks plus to pay the balance, which is about 20,000, over 20,000. How are we going to get it? We don't have any resource. We don't have any business coming in at the time. But I say, just have faith. We learn the manifesting process. We know it. Let's just do based on inspired action. Let's just do the work, and then the money will come. And then what we did was, the next 2 weeks, we really went all out. We went to share about our Live a Legacy conscious community, what's our mission, and then we share what we're going to do, how we're going to help entrepreneurs do good in the world as well. And then there were some people who actually, during those workshops that we did, right, people actually invested in us. And then in 2 weeks, sure enough, we actually managed to get
20,000.
20 over thousand to invest in a mentorship. So,
I remember the organizers, the person who was manning the book, she was so shocked. She said,
other
wow,
people
I
just put
really
the credit
admire
card,
you.
and then they use credit card to pay off, and they have a debt. But for us, we is from almost zero. We just got it from in that 2 weeks.
So I gave 2 weeks at that time, and then I said, please wait for us and hold that amount.
There, right?
And that was, and I remember you said, wow, I really admire, I really remember you, because you made it happen. So that was it. That was what manifestation does, and that's why I'm here to support you. I really would love to support more people, and I know that you are not meant to be in struggle and in poverty and in unhappiness and in stress. You are meant to do and be so much more than who you are. So
because of this thing that happened, right, our commitment to break the income ceiling, right? After that, anything that we wanted, whether it's 30,000 for high-end coach, for investments, everything, we use the same process, the same laws, and every time we will get it. It's so amazing, the process. But you must commit to the process, and like Michelle said, you must be in that state, that state of energy, and not having doubts, and having the full faith that you're going to get it. Then it will come to you. But as long as you have that sort of doubt and all this negative mindset, that's where most people fail. That's why we do in our workshops. Musha was going to mention this time, we're going to do one money mindset workshop this Saturday. Is we want to clear that negative blocks or negative energy that you have.
Let's reprogram your belief around money, and let's start manifesting. So this Saturday is at 10 o'clock until 1 o'clock. It's going to be a 3-hour session. If we can end it before then, that would also be possible. But it is, I put it at 1 p.m. because it's very intuitive. It's led by the people in the room, in the space, so that we can support you in your reprogramming, and it's going to be personalized, and it's not going to be like 100 to 100 people. It's going to be personalized, and it's only at $99. And imagine if you invest $99 and you get back $2,000, $3,000 or $5,000. I mean, isn't that a good return on investment? And this knowledge you can use for a lot of other things, not just for money, but you can manifest and also rewire your beliefs around people, around relationships, around opportunities. And this is the same technique that you can use when you realize there are some fears that you have inside, whether it's speaking in public, whether it is doing something that you have a little bit of fear in, investing in something, so it's what we'd love to support you with.
What we do is, like, our commitment now is actually we want to focus a lot on money mindset and manifesting. So what we do is this money mindset shop is actually a money mindset workshop is every few months. We rotate about every quarter or plus. But the purposeful manifesting, or we're going to call it manifesting for good workshop from next month, is we are committing to do every month. So you guys, like, if you cannot, you miss this time around, like just now we have one, so you can always go for the next workshop, which is going to be next month. We're going to give you the date. We'll put in the link later some way that you can register or get updated on the new programs. So what I'm going to do is, for those people who actually register with us to the link, we're going to give you a 30 days free access to our business mentorship community, which is actually for a month. People pay about $99 for the program alone, and they get so many things. They get a business huddle that we had yesterday, to help people with the challenges, help them with the challenges. And today we had our money, our manifesting workshop, and this Saturday we have our oh, it's stopping.
No, it's not. It's good.
Okay, it's gone. All right. So many people in our community that join, right? Because it's a like-minded, heart-centered community. Many of them have partnered with each other, got the incomes that they wanted. So there's so many possibilities when you're in a very high vibe community, which is one of the criteria or the laws of manifesting, that you must be surrounded by positive and heart-centered energy, and that's why being part of a community that's heart-centered really accelerate your process. So that's what we want. We don't want you to go alone. If you're in our community, you will be supported by very kind and heart-centered people to accelerate your process. So that's why we give you that chance to be in that community for 1 month, experience the energy, the people there, and then you decide whether you want to continue with it in the next month, or you want to. Some people, they say, I really want to really accelerate my success. I want that one-to-one coaching with you guys to really exponentially take my business to the next level. We also have that as well.
So do connect with us, and we look forward to seeing you this Saturday.
See
Bye.
you guys. Have a blessed and successful day. Bye-bye.